Morning, welcome back. We're up to Thursday, the 9th of October, so we have jumped forward a bit from the last one. It's been a bit of a week, to be honest with you. So, bit of a recap. We're getting this front set up on the windrower, so we're sort of nearly ready to go. We've just got a hydraulic leak that I'll talk about in a minute. So got it all mounted up. We altered the shield off the off the old pull type. If you watched the last, so if you've been watching along, you'll know what I mean. So we had to cut. What I actually did was I just split the shield up the middle and just, there was a couple of holes that matched up, so I just slid it together and then, rebolted some holes and made up, you can sort of see the chains hanging there. So as we go up and down, the back of the shield can float. It's fixed at the front, to the front of the conditioner there, just on a couple of bolts. Mind the green paint, because that's all we had. I do have a couple of holes there that I just need to probably put something over to stop stuff flying up there out of the conditioner rollers. We've done, sort of adjusted the knife up and squeezed, and sort of everything's ready to go as far as I can think. The drama we had, and I'm not as clever as what I think I am at times. We do have stuff ups, but I sort of didn't know either. So what happened was we got it all hooked up early in the week, got all the hydraulic fittings and that on it, got it all. What you can do is you can go into the screen. I had Chris on the phone. You can go into the screen and basically it's just like an inching. You can slowly raise the oil pressure and it will, slowly run the machine, which we did. That was fine. Everything seemed to, well, to start as we had the hoses around the wrong way, so it was actually running in reverse, which wasn't a big deal. So we swapped the fittings over, ran the pressure up, and it ran fine. Engaged basically then went back and engaged the front, and it did about 6 or 8 turns and locked up and blew oil. We blew a seal here on the pump and oil went everywhere. And so anyway, we thought we'd had a catastrophic with the pump. So we were lucky enough, we were able to get another motor. I had to go to Swan Hill, so 3 hours each way. I went over there on, must have been Tuesday, it was Tuesday morning. Got up early, went over, got it back. Spent all day, so the rest of Tuesday and Wednesday sort of getting everything else right and getting it sorted. So yesterday evening, once I'd done everything else, I thought, well, we need to run this thing. So I got Chris on the phone again and we ran it. Same thing, we manually brought the pressure up and it all ran and everything. And both of us were pretty nervous because I didn't really want to blow another motor up, and I'll show you. I actually threw the bits out of the other one, but I'll show you in a minute. I do have it there. Fired it up quickly, same thing, it's blown a seal. So what I was working out was we had back pressure at the pump. It wasn't letting the oil flow back, or what I thought it wasn't anyway. So what we've actually worked out, and it was getting on 7:30 last night, I sort of went and looked at some crop and made a couple other calls just to blokes with windrowers and thought something's not right here on the tractor side, because we've either got a blockage or a crook valve, solenoid valve or something, because it's just not letting that oil flow back. So bit of toing and froing, and anyway, so Chris sent me through a few diagrams and we're like, well, that's how we've got it all plumbed up and all the rest of it. And anyway, we kept sort of digging, and what we worked out was, and unbeknownst to me, on the big draper front, we've got 3 hoses. So we've got basically a pressure for your knife, a return, and I thought the third one was the case drain. So the case drain basically allows allows pressure to be bled off. You'll get a bit of bypass and that sort of stuff in the motors. So that oil, it's not on the main pressure return, it goes back on its own. I was thinking this hose that we had plugged into this motor was actually the case drain. It was actually, which I discovered last night, the draper pressure. So what we're effectively doing is putting pressure into the case drain. You can imagine how well that ended with the first motor. Thankfully, we don't think we've damaged this one. I've done a gasket there. Haven't done the seal, thankfully, on the front. I just didn't run it long enough. So yeah, it's just a balls up on my behalf. I'll show you guys a lot of good stuff, but I need to own this one because it was $3,500 for that new motor, and we probably didn't need to do it if we had had it plumbed up right in the first place. So here's the case drain. So because our big front is only single knife drive, like it's actually a harvest front, not a proper windrowing front. So if it was a proper windrowing front, it would be dual knife drives, and then they run a case drain. Whereas ours being single, it doesn't. I just assumed that third hose was the case drain hose, and it wasn't. So it's probably one, I'm frustrated with myself. Two, I'm frustrated with the time it's wasted. Like we've lost a day on this purely from my own. I didn't know that was the thing. Like I was going to say my own stupidity, but I didn't know, and probably should have checked a bit more. But yeah. Anyway, so what I've got to do, I'm going to duck in. It's only about 6:45 or 6:50 this morning. I'm going to duck in and just grab some gasket paper and a flat face fitting to plug that in, and the machine should be right to go. So we are getting there, and it is what it is. We've got a fair bit in front of us. I think I haven't added up, there'd be 40 or 50 hectares of contracting, which we're going to go and do first, and then we're just going to start our stuff and probably just keep going, I'd say. So we've got, there's about 200 hectares in front of us. I did actually, when it did that again last night, I'm just like, I was sort of head and hands a bit. I went inside and had a cup of coffee, actually got on the phone. I was actually mulling on the idea of actually buying a brand new mower. I could get one. The guys in at Cobram Farm have a new one sitting in Melbourne, new Tuggelum Massey Ferguson mower. We're actually going to the guys in there rang and just explained what was going on, and they come back with a couple of options, and they had a couple of new ones sitting in Melbourne. So I need to ring them this morning and say I think we're right. So, but that was an option. We were just I persisted with this because, it was underutilised on the other thing, and hopefully it'll work pretty well on this. We may, it might not work with this. There's no reason why it shouldn't. That was what had Chris and I mystified. This is exactly the same front. That obviously it's got age on it, but if you went and bought a sickle front, what you've got there for a self-propelled, it's exactly the same. All the books, all the pumps, like all the fittings, everything is exactly the same to go, whether it's on a tractor or on a tow behind. The front's exactly the same. So it had us mystified what was going on with the pump. It was just I had the hoses around the wrong way. So this is the old one. You can't actually tell what it did because I threw all the parts away. I'll put a photo up. I do have a photo of my phone, but it just exploded. It just self-destructed. Too much pressure and it couldn't go anywhere. So you live and learn. We make mistakes, but anyway, I sort of had bits and bobs of a video that I was going to try and stitch together, but I just said, bugger it, we'll throw it away and we'll start again. So I've got to make that gasket up. So one good thing is I do have a template, so I'm just going to get a Stanley knife and get it off, and I'll take it to town and I'll buy some good sharp wad punches, and I can trace that, and I'll just pull the end off that. I should hopefully be able to just pull the end off that motor, clean it up, put the new gasket in there, and put it back together. So yeah, it should just be, Chris is sort of telling me it should just be this case drain pressure that we're talking about. So there shouldn't be a lot of pressure on that gasket. So, but when you put pressure in from the case drain side, there's a lot of pressure. Anyway, so what else? So Rob turned up yesterday. So the guys, I haven't actually been up and seen where they ended up with, but they've started punching posts in for the feedlot, so that's cool. Yeah, the sort of week's gone to poo a bit, but anyway, I've got ram sale tomorrow in Area Park, so I'm just not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. We need rams, but it's getting up there to buy them's the problem. They usually interface at an Auction Plus, so I can generally, be at home on the computer and buy them, but they aren't this year. So I do actually physically need to go up and buy rams. So we'll see how we go with that one. So anyway, I'm going to fly into town and get a few bits and bobs, and yeah, we'll get this thing going. So we're back at the ranch. So I was able to, without damaging it too much, lift the other gasket off the old motor. So that's sort of what it looks like. And what I can do is because I've obviously got the old motor, I'll punch do the hole punch. I did buy a new hole punch. Yeah, you can sort of see it there. I just put it on there and traced around it. I'll punch the holes, make sure it's going to suit the other one before I split the new motor. So, yeah, bit of tracing and cutting out, reminiscent of my primary school days. Yeah, new set of Stanley knife blades there, so we can cut the inside out. The outside doesn't matter, obviously, but yeah, the inside we'll have to get it pretty good. Stayed within the lines, even. So that's basically what we're chasing. What I can do is get that off there. That one's a little bit tight, but anyway, sort of just make sure it's going to fit. All right, so should be good. Hopefully, we might have to just trim a little bit more off those inside ones there, but other than that, yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, we're here. So gasket's hopefully it's all right. We'll just keep an eye on it, see how it goes, but it went together not too bad. I've run it up, so should be all right. This is our first little job, so crop's only about knee high. It's got a bit of rubbish in it. This is sort of the main reason they want to cut this. But you can just see it's leaves are starting to curl, so we've got plenty of moisture stress. So anyway, yeah, here's what it is. They've got sort of corners of pivots and that sort of stuff they want to cut. Yeah, so we'll get into it and see how it goes. I'm not sure my auto steer's working properly, so it might all be freehand, so I don't know how I'll go with the camera. So we're rolling along all right. It's pretty slow going. Yeah, it's not ideal really. It's sort of, we're probably at the limit with the front. I do need to speed the reel up. You'll probably notice the reel's going a bit slow, so it's just a case of changing a sprocket, so I'll pull up shortly and do that. But yeah, we're putting up not a bad row, so it is going all right. But yeah, we're just I sort of was concerned this was going to be the issue. Like it's good in loose and this stuff, but this machine or this front, yeah. But when you sort of get in anything with a bit of length about it, it does battle. So yeah, it's is what it is, but we'll just keep going, just keep chipping away at it and try and keep it going as much as we can. Lily, she's been down, she did have a go on it, so I've got this ram sale tomorrow, so I'll yeah, get her set up in the morning. I'm just in some irrigation bays here at the moment, so I'll get these finished, and then we've got a broad acre block that yeah, we can get her in. We don't have a GPS at the moment, so we're steering it by hand, so yeah, it's all right though, so it's not the end of the world. So yeah, and they've decided they want to sort of cut all their dry land crops down here, so yeah, the sort of acid's on a little bit now. So anyway, we'll keep it rolling over the weekend, tomorrow and over the weekend, and yeah, we'll get a bit done hopefully, so it should work out all right. Afternoon, so we've rolled into the next day. It's a bit after lunchtime, and I am northbound, just heading up to Ramsale. I didn't quite get away as early as what I was hoping to, so yeah, got going and finished cutting the first block of hay, and got moved into the next one, and Lily came down, and we just I hadn't forgot to tighten up a hydraulic fitting the other day when we were trying to diagnose what was going on with that windrower. So we lost a bit of oil, so I had to run home and grab some oil and just top the hydraulic oil back up on the windrower. So she's going now. Yeah, she rang before, she just broken a knife section, so it was sort of yeah, thank goodness for FaceTime, we could just talk her through it. But yeah, she'll get the hang of it eventually. So I'm north of Narrandera, those of you that know where Narrandera is, heading to Area Park. Season is, they're probably a bit worse off up here, I'd say. Canola looks, yeah, it's drying out. It's sort of, they're a bit like us, they're needing rain, so anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, we'll get up here, we'll have a look at these rams, see what's going on. I'll just say I might, I did say to Jamie the other day, Jamie Berkner, who's got the stud, him and his wife, Tracy, I think it's Tracy. Yeah, so we'll just see, we might interview him, but it might be a bit out of his wheelhouse, I think. So anyway, we'll see, we'll have a look at the rams and see what they got, and then the auction's at 2, so we're probably half an hour out. So yeah, we'll get an hour to have a look around, look at the rams, and yeah, then we'll just suss out what the go is. I haven't actually been to a face-to-face, to a sheep sale in a long time, let alone a ram sale. This is probably the first ram sale I've actually been to. We've always bought them, you know, directly or on Auctions Plus. So anyway, we'll yeah, get up here, we'll see what we can find anyway. So we're here, yeah, we'll just see, we might get a bit of footage, there's a few people around, but yeah, we might just get a bit of footage of the auctioning and see how we go.
This time, positive lowering the micron. If you're looking for it that way, real smart joint inside for you there, not pouring in there. 4,000, 4, 3, 3. Start me, I'd like to start him at 2. 2 got, there'll be 2 there, 2 over, 2 the other, there'll be 2 over, 2 there, 2 got, there'll be 2 over, 2 there, 2 now, 2 got, 1 bob at 2,000, cash, offered, done, selling, bought at 2,000, make this weird. Big card 17 is it? No, big card 1 here early for the breakfast. These Sunbury Border Listers, I reckon that'll be up to 3,000 there as a transfer. Okay, that was lot 4 on lot 5. We move, ladies and gentlemen, top of the page, top shelf. Here's the sire and top shelf and quality. Real well, which the line about in there, ladies and gentlemen, a real smart sheep under the idea. In lot 5 and in there, 3.5, 3, start me 2, 2,000. Smart sheep, the hook there, follow on, kick your line on those there. 18, 15, who's 1 and started to kick your long. 1 got, I'll be 1,000, 1 rider, I'll be 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. I mean 1500 by 5, 1500, 15 metre with 1005, both could go, you know, 1500 bids. Quick, done. All done at 1500.
I'll take the pair.
Takes the pair to big card 11. Thank you very much. That's even down Spartan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You just keep buying them, I'll get them right. That was 17 and 18, 19 and 20 to come in now, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Start out, kick it on those. 18, 18, 15, who? Where's one and starting? One surely. One and starting. Where's one gone? 11. 1100. Yeah. 1200. I've been 1002, the money bit a bit 12, 12, got a bit 213, fresh blood, a bit 13, 1300, bit 13 now. I've been 30 there. That's 1000, 300, we got to sell, quick, done, lose them, done. Big card 11.
And the pair.
Takes the pair. Thank you very much. That was 19 and 20, 21 and 22 to come forward. Big buckles, Dan and Ramsey's pair. Heads on the wrong end at the moment, 21 and 22. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, on 1300. Yeah! 15. A bit 16. 16, a bit 16, a bit 16, a bit 16. Win some money off Self. I've got 1600. I've got 16 right. I've been 1600 home. Hey, 1600. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Is the belt or collar that belt?
24 goes to big card 13. Heads to Cohagen, family, pastoral. Thank you very much. Leaves 23. Under the stick on him there. 1500, 15. Start at one will go forward. One got it, one, it'll be 1000, it'll be one of it, it'll be one the money. I've been 11. I've been 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 1, 5, 15 left. That's 1500. Quick, done. Big card number 11. Thank you very much. Takes 23.
All right, we're southbound. So we ended up with a dozen rams, which was good. I think we've probably averaged, haven't worked it out, but I think we've averaged about $1,200 per ram. So it's actually bought a couple more. I was expecting we might have had to pay a little bit more for them. Sort of wanted 10 rams, and I was sort of working on around that $1,500 a head, but because we sort of got our 10 and we were under budget, I just got a couple of spares, just a couple of younger rams, or not quite as big as the early ones I bought. So yeah, hopefully that bit of footage turned out alright. And if you've never been to an auction like that, that was the sort of first one like that I've been to, where they walk them through like that and sell them individually or in pairs. So yeah, no, it all sort of worked out pretty well. So we've got about a 3-hour drive home, so I've sort of been on the road half an hour. Lily's going alright. She did ring me. I'd say she picked up a bit of wire in the cutter bar. The cutter bar jammed on her, so she just wound it backwards and whatever it was fell out. So she's going alright. Yeah, so it's warmed up. It's sort of 28 degrees on the UD now. Yeah, so anyway, we'll get home and see what's going on at home, and then yeah, probably get in and jump on the windrower for sort of push it into the night now, just to try and get as much in the row as we can as the sort of days warm up. So yeah, following someone in front of me here that bought a ram, so I know who it is. So yeah, anyway, we'll get home and see what's going on. All right, so Lily's had a pretty good day. Sort of been down and fueled up. I went over to do one of the odd shaped blocks where the crop's a bit lighter, and what's happened is, it's not a major breakdown, but it's enough to stop me. There's some hangers for the conditioner rollers, and it's actually busted just so the rollers don't actually kiss. So what's happened is one end has just dropped down and the rollers are touching. Yeah, and even with the product going through them, they're still banging and crashing a bit. So I just, rather than do any potential damage to gears or anything, I've sort of waved the white flag. I'll pull it off. It won't take much to fix it, but I won't do it tonight. I'll get up early in the morning and get it fixed and get back down here. But yeah, it seems going not too bad. We'll hopefully we'll be very close sort of tomorrow and Saturday, tomorrow and Sunday. If we have a couple of good days, we might nearly get out of here. So yeah, anyway, I'll So yeah, it's just, we can see that. I'll show you when we get out, but it's, yeah, just here. Yeah, a couple of bolts, couple of bolts, and we'll have it off. So we'll, yeah, I'll grab some spanners and we'll whip it off. So it did take a little bit for me to find it, but so if you look here, you can see the top rollers sitting right down hard. And it actually, that plate, well, I'm gonna hang that so I can see there. That plate attaches, comes down and attaches onto the top of the roller there. So yeah, won't take long. I'll do it while I'm talking to you, or while you, yeah. See there, it's got a ball in the end of it, and it's just busted the ball out. So whether it needs that's debatable. But anyway, I'll see what I got at home. We might be able to come up with something. Yeah, and obviously it's just letting it drop down. I might just have a look at the other side, because it might actually be the same thing might have happened there. Yeah, while we're going, but. Yeah, it's no big drama, but it's just, yeah, just means the, just means the conditioner rollers are banging together. They're hard against one another, and it's, yeah, I thought they were out of timing actually, just the way the noise it was making, but there's sort of no, unless it jumps a gear, sort of no way that can happen. So, yeah, anyway, let's have a look here, see whether side might nearly, no, see it's attached, it's right still, so it's just that side. I even thought maybe we might have had a bearing gone out, but yeah, so anyway, that's all right, that's an easy fix. We'll find something in the workshop at home in the morning, and yeah, get it tidied up. Just turn this thing off while we're, yeah, I'll get it tidied up in the morning, and may even have a look. I know I've got a big one of those balls, like we welded one in the pull of the chaser bin. It's sort of like a category ball on the end of a linkage arm. So, but we might be able to, I think we might be able to rob something off something. So anyway, we're going all right. It's we're sort of this stuff, the pivot here, it's not that it hasn't been watered, but where Lily's been going, it's probably can stand, like there's no rush. Those corners where I sort of went to then, dryland stuff, it does want cutting. So anyway, all right, hope you enjoyed it. We got some rammies today. Yeah, Jamie, he'll bring them down at some point in time. So, but yeah, it was good to go for a drive up there and just see. I think their job's a bit tougher up there than what it is down here. Anyway, there is a bit of hay getting cut, but there's probably not as much getting on the ground as what I thought. So anyway, all right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye-bye.